Hello, everybody. I am Angry Bird. I feel like it's getting worse. I knew he was ready to go off. Oh, he's running the other room. Thank you. So, we're looking at the next new Burning Baltics First Look DLC division. It is the Panzergrenadier Grossdeutschland division. Remember, the dog's excited too. Remember, I am doing the Burning Baltics DLC giveaway. It's in my Discord. There's a link in the description. I'll also try and put it in the comments. Jump into the Discord, join the giveaway channels. You click a little reaction on the bot, and you get entered into a free random draw to win a copy of the Burning Baltics DLC for free. So yeah, make sure you do that and win yourself a free copy. Eugen, give me a copy for free as being part of the strike team, and so yeah, I like to give away a free copy as well to at least make sure I paid for a copy. Anyway, so let's talk about the Panzergrenadier Grossdeutschland division. Let's quickly read the description. The elite Panzergrenadier Division Grossdeutschland was arguably one of the most famous German divisions of the war, prominently featured as the Wehrmacht's propaganda poster boy. By Operation Doppelkopf, this formation was closer to a supersized panzer division, lavishly equipped and well supplied with all sorts of armaments and vehicles. This should be good. Featuring triple the number of tank battalions and plenty of accompanying panzer grenadiers, the Grossdeutschland wields a substantial amount of firepower. Several special units can be found in this battle group, including the light recon tank, Aufklärungspanzer 38T, the squeeze-bore anti-tank Pak 41 75mm Gerlich gun, and hard-hitting Sturmgruppen infantry squads. Well-rounded and with a wealth of options, the Grossdeutschland doesn't lack in any particular category except in air support. The Panzergrenadier Division Grossdeutschland is a heavyweight brawler and as such supremely dangerous on the battlefield. Okay, so first expectations. Well, from the description, this could be a very strong Axis division. It's going to be interesting. Is it really as strong as it sounds? That's the question. Let's find out. So let's head into the division, and first of all, looking at the points, the activation points. Yeah, the air loadout definitely looks not fantastic, but a lot of times, you know, in other decks, especially the Panzer divisions, you know, picking just one fighter card can sometimes be enough, especially if you've got some reasonable anti-air options, which I imagine they do, and they've certainly got a point score to give them reasonable anti-air. So if that's the case, I guess facing this division, you might just expect fighter cards. Right, anyway, let's have a look at the divisions. So first up, we've got the BMW bikes, nothing too special about them. Then we've got the Aufklar with some nice uniforms, especially the pictures here. They've done a good job of the pictures, because in some of the other divisions, some of those pictures weren't fantastic. So yeah, they've done a good job of these pictures. I actually really like them. Let's have a look at the transports. Nothing special there. We got the GD Spar Troop. I guess that stands for Grossdeutschland. These can come in half tracks, which is going to be interesting. Then we've got the SDKFZ 250/8, which only has HE shells, but it could be quite interesting. Also, remember, this is an early access version, so things to do with rangers, suppression values, things may be changing. It's not... In fact, I know there is going to be at least one more update where Eugen are rolling back a few changes that aren't quite ready. So, yeah. Some of the details, I'm sure, will be changing. But yeah, we have a HE only variant, which is basically like the IG-18 on tracks. It's always nice to have IG-18s, extra IG-18s, so I'm sure this unit might come in handy for a few players. The slot points aren't fantastic though, so this could be sort of interesting how this lineup works for different players. I imagine different players will play with different units, which is always good. And look at this. Oh, it's the Aufklar Panzer 38T that was mentioned in the description, and I love the model. They've done something extra by opening up the well, I guess that's just, I guess the person operating the gun would sit with the turret kind of opened up, and then they can close it when they're not using the gun, I guess. That's what I'm guessing. It's also got the radio antenna. Yeah, interesting. It's got two antennas though. One in the center there, and then one there. I wonder whether one's like a receiver and one's a transmitter. But I don't know. Maybe someone does know out there. If you know, drop it in the comments. Yeah, I love that. I love the fact that it's a different model. It's a kind of a shame we don't have a guy in there like we do with some of the half tracks. Also a bit of a shame we don't have a guy in this one, because we do get with that with some of the half tracks. But yeah, still really nice model. And it's 20mm. Let's face it, 20mm are good. So I can see some people taking this unit, and you get quite a lot of them if you do take them in B. And then we've got the Panther D. Obviously, Panthers always strong units, but I imagine we've got some Panthers in the tank tab based on the description, so it may be better to supplement the recon tab with some of the, you know, the 20mm or the IGs. I think people are going to play this differently. Okay, infantry. First off, we got the Sturmgruppenführer, which is a Führer with MP44s. Wow, and they're only 20 points. Pretty cool, because some of the other MP44 Führer units are quite expensive, and you get 4 of them, which again is an issue with some of the other MP44 Führers. In fact, there's one Führer, and I want to say it's in Ski Jäger, where you just get one, and that's it. And it's kind of like, well, what is even the point of doing the stats for the unit and doing the model and the picture when nobody ever is going to use it? But yeah, this one actually, it's really good to see that the MP44 leaders are usable. Then we've got, let's just check the vehicles just in case. Oh, you can bring them in the Flak 38 vehicle that we saw the other day. Yeah, you see here's the bloke in the half track. The Flak 38 vehicle. What else do we have here? We have Drilling MG151, which is a super cool 50mm with three of them. That's really cool. 30 points, but I imagine 15mm, 350mm is not something to be sniffed at. And then we've got the Panzergrenadier 41. So yeah, combined units, this could be really good, you know, combination of having the Führer with a nice half track there. Really interesting. So we got the Pioneers. Nothing too special about Pioneers, I guess. They can come in half tracks. Pioneer Führers, which do have the smoke. Sorry, I was hovering over a different unit there. Again, they've got a various option of half tracks. Panzergrenadiers, with, I imagine, yeah, the same selection. I'm not going to go through all of them. Then we've got the GD Sturmgruppen, which are MP44 troops. They can come in half tracks, which I guess a lot of these units will come in half tracks, so I'll try and stop mentioning that. Yeah, good to see. I like MP44 units, not the standard, you know, Panzergren loadout. What else have we got here? We got the Sturm Pioneers, pretty standard, I think. Panzergrenadiers. I mean, these have cool uniforms. I really like the uniforms on the new division. Really cool. Nothing really stand out about the Panzergrens. We got Panzergrens with the Panzerfaust, and we got Sturmgruppen. Yeah, dog's excited too, with an MG42. Yeah, which is the difference there. So they replaced the Panzerfaust for an MG42, but they also have an anti-tank grenade. So these guys are probably, you only get one card of them. And pointing out, like I did the other day, I do like the cool kind of little number of soldiers that they're now pointing out. Really a lovely little change that just needed to happen so long ago. But, you know, I'm sure Eugen are a small team. They're not a massive studio, are they? So I'm sure these little details, you know, it takes some time to do, I guess. Okay, moving on to the tank tab. I will kind of keep things as short as I can. You know me, I like to go off on tangents, and if you watch the end of my videos, I tend to ramble a hell of a lot. Okay, so we got access to Panzer 4Hs, but they're only in A and B phase. We got some StuG 3Gs, A, B, and C phase. We got StuG 3G Führer. We got Tiger E's. You can get 4 cards of Tiger E's. A, B, and C phase, so a hell of a lot of Tigers in this division. We also got the Tiger E Führer card. Wow! 5 cards of Panther A's as well, but they don't get access to the Panther G's. So you are kind of stuck with Panther A's. With the weaker side armor, I think most people tend to... Let's have a look at the difference, because there is a range rework to think about. So no difference between... It looks like, although, like I say, early access, things may change, but it looks like there isn't going to be a range difference between the Panther A and the Tiger. And most people prefer the Tiger because you get the heavier side armor in particular. The rear armor doesn't come into effect too much, but it is also heavier. So I imagine most people will continue to prefer the Tiger to the Panther, especially because it's cheaper as well. You get the heavier side and rear armor. The Panther has a higher penetrating gun, but unless you're coming up against IS-2s, I don't think that's going to matter too much. If you are coming up against IS-2s, you're in a competition like the Steel Division League, then you might switch in the Panther A's. Or you might take, you know, one card of Panther A's in particular just to deal with IS-2s. Who knows? That's up to you guys. But yeah, it's a nice tank tab. I wouldn't say it's like anything special, you know, like special units or anything like that. But you certainly aren't, you know, limited. Let's look in the support tab. We got the Feldgendarmerie. Or the Feldgendarmerie. I mean, I'm sure it's a wrong pronunciation, but you know me. Okay, we got Flamers that can also come in the special half track from the Recon tab, but you know, most people will just take those with the bikes because that's what you do. Now, interesting thing that I've just noticed on Flamers is they are going down to 6 available units, but I'm not 100% certain. Like I say, early access. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm not 100% certain whether that's a proper change or whether that's just a change that's being practiced and being reverted. So we will find out. You guys will find out on release. There we have it. Flampanzer. Not really a Flampanzer. Maybe Flampanzer half track. SDKF said 2519D. Again, like I say, a little bloke in the back. Now, this is the IG-18, but with the heat shells. So yeah, these are great vehicles, and the D version, the 9D, has the more expensive, more armored half track. I think I might be wrong on that. They might just be just a different version. MG42s, they're really strong at the moment, but we'll see what Burning Baltics does for them. They also have the kind of cool 3-point half track, and I wonder whether, yeah, these can be used as AA. The bullets there signifies they are used in the air or anti-air duty. So they should be kind of AA vehicles, really. We got some Opel Blitz munitions. We got some Guerrilla. We got the commanders now. The BEF, SDKFZ, 251/3. We've also got the BEF Tiger for an extra Tiger in case you didn't have enough Tigers already, and we got the BEF Panther A in there as well. Let's move on to the anti-tank tab. We've got the Panzerschrecks. Man, that Panzerschreck is huge. He's struggling to balance it on his back. We got Marder 3Ms, which are surprisingly good. You know, Marder 3Ms are surprisingly good, but note the range difference on APCR shells. That APCR, I mean, the standard cannon is still pretty damn good, but APCR has changed. It looks like the range has changed. The APCR shell having 190mm of penetration made the Marder 3s actually really good units in the last few patches, but it looks like that's changing, guys. Whether they'll still be, I mean, still having 190mm worth of penetration is fantastic. So I still think there's a room in the game for Marder 3s, but will they be quite as good? I don't think they'll be quite as good as they were. Pack 40s, always a good unit, and you've got access to 4 of them. So you can fill this tab up with Pack 40s all you like. We've also got the Pack 41 Gerlich 75mm, which, wow, has 245mm of penetration, but you are fully limited to APCR shells only with a limited range. Whether 1,000 meters is the exact figure on retail, not 100% certain, but certainly a standout unit, because that thing won't reveal itself by firing, you know, before they get into that 1,000 meter range. And as long as you hit 245mm of penetration, there's not many things that are going to last against that kind of penetration. Only one card though, but you can get a decent amount of, you know, a decent amount of them. So looking forward to seeing those Gerlich guns in action. Every time I see the Gerlichs, just makes me feel like, think of Dragon Ball Z. Flak 30. Okay, we're in the AA tab now. Flak 3820s. Now this is the thing as well, because we've got limited air support, so we do have some really good AA guns, which covers that limitation quite nicely. We got the Flak 38s. But they can't pair up for extra 20mm. There's something I'm noticing on the new divisions. I don't know whether that's a proper change for all divisions or just these new ones. We got the Flak 43 37mm. Nothing major to say about that. We got the mobile wagons. I was commenting the other day that it was good to see some more mobile wagons, and hopefully we'll see more out on the battlefields. We got some Flak 41 88mm, 2 cards of them. They are really strong, and I'm hearing actually they could be even strong. Wow. Wait, no, that's going to be the AA range. Yeah. For a moment there, I thought 3,000 meters was like the AP range. But no, that's the AA range, not to be confused with the AP and the HE range, which is 2,000 meters. But yeah, Flak 41 88s. And SDK have said 7-1s. They're fantastic units, let's face it. This is a strong AA tab, no doubt about it. Artillery, Beobacher, Battery Führer. I don't want to go into too much detail, so I want to keep these as short as possible. 81mm mortars, LEFH 18M 105mm, SK 18 100mm. I mean, you can pause this if you want a quick look at the stats, but nothing major I don't think will have changed around here. We got some SDK, I've said 250/7 81mm mortar half tracks. We got the 120mm. We got the other mortar half track variants. We got the Vesp. Like I say, really nice to see the blokes in the back, because we didn't used to always have them. We got the SFH 18 150mm, and we got the Hummels. So you'll note no off map in this division, which for competitive 1v1, I really like this Hummel as well. It doesn't, for some reason, this makes me feel like this is a new camouflage, but I don't think it is. I don't know, it's something about the paint on this that just looks fresher to me. But it's really nice. It's standing out. Maybe it's just standing out because of the new graphics card. I don't know. But yeah, you'll notice no off maps in this division, so that is a limitation for 1v1 high level competitive play, because they basically only play with off maps at the moment. But it won't be a limitation for your 10v10 matches or your team games, really. Let's finally go into the air tab. Remember, they do have limited air support. We do have a limitation on the slots. But we get the Ju-87 D5s, which, you know, are decent. I think the majority of players are just going to take the single card of Focke-Wulf 190 A6, A-Phase fighters, or actually probably... Well, I was going to say probably the Focke-Wulf 190 F3, because it gives you a fighter and a bomber, and it's a very nice bomb loadout of that, but that does only give you one in A phase, so maybe people might take, you know, the two in B phase, but I suspect it's a choice between either the fighter or maybe even both, you know, 1 and 2 points. Only 3 points there is fine, I think. So that's probably, or maybe even, you know, like the Focke-Wulf's A and B phase, and then you've got fighters and bombers, and actually you've got, it's a decent loadout, that 500 kilogram bomb, so we could well see that. Defense, yeah, I don't really play, and I don't really cover the I can't even... This is how much I don't cover it. I can't even remember the name of the mode that uses defences. What is it? It's Breakthrough. So yeah, I don't... But I try and show it just so you guys that do play it might see it. Okay, what's my feeling about this division? You know, in terms of 1v1, I actually think this looks like quite a good division. And I think we will see a lot of play out this division. It's got a lot of Tigers. It's got Panzer IV H's. Yeah, I mean, it's got some great tanks. It's got some good infantry that I think that will have some good infantry. You got some good support options. You got some good recon options. Yeah, I think this is actually going to be quite a strong 1v1 division, and I think it would be fairly strong in team games. I mean, you don't have the King Tigers, which I'm sure are very heavily utilised in team games, but you do have a lot of Tigers, so I can see this still being played in team games and 10v10s. And in terms of my favourite unit, I'm actually not sure. I mean, I really like the Alpha Panzer 38T because it's a different model, but does it stand out as my favourite unit? I'm not 100% sure, you know. I mean, nothing in the tank tab is like special. Nothing in the support tab is kind of too special. There's the 250. No, there's there's the Gerlich gun, which I really sort of want to pick. I really want to pick this just because of the name, but picking it because of the name isn't really what I'm all about right now. Do you know what I'm going to pick? I'm going to pick the Sturmgruppenführer, which you might kind of think is strange, but honestly, congratulations to Eugen. Genuinely, and I'm not taking the Mickey right now. I am generally really happy that they made an MP44 Führer that doesn't cost an arm and a leg and has a usable number of leaders in A phase. Genuinely, and I really like the uniform, and I like the picture. Yeah, this is my favourite unit, and especially if you pair it with my other favourite unit of this division, which funny enough is just a transport, but yeah, the SDKSZ 251/21, which is pretty cool. I don't think I've seen this unit before in a different division, so a double favourite unit there for you guys. The dog is so annoyed because I'm continuing to speak right now. He's like, finish the video. Finish the video. Right, okay, there we have it. That's the end. Sorry, hopefully that didn't blow your ears off there. That's the end. Thanks very much for watching. I appreciate you all for watching. Leave your comments down below. Tell me your favourite unit. And also, look forward to Burning Baltics. It's coming out soon. If you want to grab yourself a free copy of the DLC, then jump into the Discord. The link's in the description. Join the giveaway channel and grab yourself a free copy of, or at least enter the prize draw. I'm not giving them all out. I can't afford to give everyone a copy. But yeah, enter the prize draw and hopefully get yourself a free copy of Burning Baltics DLC. Thanks very much for watching. I am Angry Bird. I will see you next time.